Hey everyone, it's Sarah here, and if this is your first time to my channel, then welcome. So today's video is going to be about my toner and mist and toner pad collection that I have. So half and half is has been gifted to me, and then the other half I've bought on my own. So I will list them down below if it was gifted or not, so don't worry about that. So let's just get started. So let me start with my pad collection. That sounds kind of weird, but toner pad collection. So the first one I want to talk about is the Celimax Heartleaf BHA Peeling Pad. I love toner pads because they're just so easy. I don't have to grab a cotton pad and then douse it with my toner, and then I don't know, it's not like a big issue, but it is a hassle when you're just kind of feeling lazy, which I feel all the time. So these toner pads, especially like the peeling ones, are really nice to have around, and this one has BHA in it, so it is an exfoliating toner. So I'll just show you here. So one side is kind of the embossed side, and on the other side it has a gauze pad on it. So it kind of is like the Neogen peeling pads, but it's a bit more smaller, and I feel like these are a bit less stickier, and I feel like they have less chance of really scratching up your skin. So you do have to still be very gentle, but I feel like it's a little less abrasive than the Neogen ones. But yeah, I definitely like these. I've been, using this for about a month and a half, I think, and they're pretty good. I don't have to. So if it's like when I feel like my skin needs that extra exfoliation plus acid, then I can go in with these toner pads. And then the next one is from BRTC. These are the V10 Peeling Pads. They look exactly like the pads that I showed you before from Celimax, but they do not have the gauze on them. So they're both, they have an embossed side on both sides. So these are pretty gentle, quite hydrating, and great as like a booster, like a moisturization booster before I go into my next step. And then the other peeling pad is, or just pad is the Day 365. This is from Wish Formula, I think. Yes. And these come in kind of these little oyster looking pads. I don't know, to me they look like little oysters. And it comes with like a little, sliding thing so you can put your fingers through it. And these are saturated with a serum essence, so it's great for when my skin needs that extra hydration, but also kind of boosts the nourishment of my skin. It also removes, it's kind of like an extra cleansing step after you wash your face. So I feel like all of the pads that I have, they kind of act as kind of like a second cleanser because they give you that extra exfoliation, but also they have ingredients where it kind of lifts off any kind of dead skin or kind of different impurities that are left still in your pores. So those are the pads that I have at the moment. In my previous video, I also talked about the Calm Leaf Rose Water pads or toner pads. I finished all of them, so I don't have them anymore, but if I did, I would probably be using that too. Alright, so let's go into my mists. I have so many mists, it's crazy. So, the basic one that I have right now is the Avene Mineral Water Mist. This is like the mini size. It's just basically just water, thermal water. I don't really use this for hydration, but just more of like a quick refreshing feeling. It really doesn't do anything. It's just water to me. So especially in the summer, I'll use this, but most of the time, like, I don't really reach for this as often. And then the next one is from Thank You Farmer. This is the True Water Vita Mist. It is a 2 double layer mist. You have your oil and then you have your vitamin water at the bottom. So you just shake it up and then you just spray right ahead. I do notice with this one, it is a bit heavy. So if I'm wearing makeup that day, I try to avoid using this during the daytime, and I'll just use this mostly at night or on days when my skin is really dry and I'm not wearing makeup. And then the next mist that I have here is the Troiareuke Skin Complex Formula. This one you have to mix with one of those, they're colored cocktails. They have a yellow, blue, pink, and green, and I have the green one, and this is for like soothing, and I really like this. It's really moisturizing. Like the spray nozzle, it's like it showers your face with the essence that's inside, and I feel like it's very, very soothing for my very sensitive skin. So I recommend these, the cocktail ones from Troiareuke. And then the next one that I have is from Dalba. This is a white truffle first spray serum. You have the truffle oil here, and then you have your essence water here. So you just, again, same thing. You shake it up and then you spray it as usual. This is quite moisturizing as well, but not as greasy as the Thank You Farmer Mist, which I like. This one more of, but the thing is that the spray is very, very strong, and it's very like concentrated on one area. So the mist, like the application wise, this one is not as great, and I try to avoid it when I have makeup on because I feel like it just kind of like shoots the water or the makeup off my face. So I'll use this as like a toner after I wash my face. All right, and then the next one is from Ground Plan. This is a mist that I tried for my eczema because they had a lot of reviews about like how it like miraculously cured people's eczema. It has witch hazel in it, so I feel like witch hazel extract. I feel like it kind of stung my face a little bit, so I do try to not use this so often. Yeah, I feel like it irritated my skin a bit more than I thought it would. So it's not my favorite, but I do have it. I haven't used it in a while. Just spray here. Like the mist like is very fine. Like it goes on pretty well. I don't know, let's try it on my face. Like it smells fine too. But yeah, I think when my skin was like super, super bad, it like stung a lot. I don't know, and it has kind of like an alcohol-y smell to it, but not like terribly. So yeah, it's not my favorite, but I still have it with me. And then the next mist is the Oneoseven mist. You all know that I use this for everything. Like I use this to set my makeup, to, you know, moisturize my ends, to as a toner, just in between, you know, session or in between like skincare products. So definitely this is one of my favorites. And then the next mist that I have is from CMP Laboratory. This is the Propolis Ampoule mist. I really like this one too. It gives you that kind of glossy look if you're looking for that kind of texture. It also is like one of those like fog mists. So what is it? It like goes on pretty evenly without kind of like being one directional. So I really like this one. And it's very moisturizing too. And then the last one, or not last one, I think I have 3 more. So the next one is from Neogen. This is the H2 Dermadeca serum spray. This is also really good. This is hydrogen water, 80%. I would say it's kind of like this, but in between this. So like it'd be like the Avene, and then it would be this, and it would be this. So this one's just kind of like in the middle. Great for summertime use. Yeah. And they have like another type of this one, but I forget what it is. But anyway, I think it's like it's in a purple color. Anyway, the next one is the Ausome Australia Double Mist. Again, this is kind of like the Thank You Farmer and the Daba ones, where you have a little bit of oil, and so you do have to shake it up before you use it. This is really, really nice. It smells so good. There's no water that's in here, so it's like from botanical derived sources. It has no synthetic preservatives, no colors, no fragrances, no alcohol, no silicone, so it's quite nice. I like to use this at night after I put on my cream, so it kind of seals everything. And if I'm going for like a dewy look, then I'll use this. Like for the Thank You Farmer one, I feel like the oil to the water ratio is quite big, but then for the Double Mist, the ratio of the oil versus like the liquid, the water part, is like there's less oil in this one, so I feel like my makeup can take that. So I do like to use this over my makeup, especially during winter. Yeah. And then the last mist that I have is the Aqulabo Mask Boosting Jelly Mist. This was gifted to me by Bemused, and I really, really like this. This is like a great mist to have before you put on your sheet mask. It kind of just like helps to like prep your skin so that, you know, all of the essence that is in the mask can be fully absorbed into your skin. It's kind of like a sponge. If you put something wet on a dry sponge, like a thin layer of moisture on a dry sponge, it's still going to be dry, but on the outside maybe a bit damp. But if you soak the sponge into water and then you put on like another layer of moisture, that moisture is going to, you know, sink more deeply into that sponge. So that's how I see how this helps with my masking process. All right, and then let's get into my toners. First, I'll go with the Laneige Essential Power Skin Refiner Moisture Toner. This is kind of just like a very generic moisturizing toner from Laneige. It is slightly viscous, but it's pretty light and not too thick or heavy. So yeah, it's very generic. I don't think I reach for it too much. It is heavily scented, so like it smells nice, but it's a bit heavily scented, so I don't reach for it as much. And then I have my Sonam Park Beauty Water. This is kind of like one of my favorites. I like to use a cotton pad with this, and before I, you know, go ahead and do my makeup, if I'm doing it like midday, then this is a great refresher. But also, I would kind of categorize this into like the toner pad ones, because this helps to remove any kind of impurities that is left over on the skin. And then I have my Isntree Hyaluronic Toner. This is really good for dry skin, great for the 7-step toner routine if you do that. It's very gentle and just a very simple yet effective product, which is very reasonably priced as well. So I quite like this one. And then this is a new brand. I know that they launched on Glow Recipe. This is called Phykology Bright Tomorrow Multitasking Toner. So this what is it? Contains 87% bioferment marine plant extract. So I feel like this is really moisturizing, very good, very gentle, and I think it's for all skin types. And it has a viscous texture as well, as you can see. It's kind of has like the same texture as the hyaluronic one, but it feels really nice. It's very gentle and like moisturizing without being like overly sticky, and it absorbs pretty quickly as well. So I definitely like this one. Try this one if you haven't yet. They are a new brand. And then I have this one that I bought from Japan. This is kind of like the, what is it? The Hyaluronic Hyaluronic toner, like this one, but this one is made with, I think, fermented soy milk, soy extract. I just saw it at Don Quixote, and it was like super like popular and like it was everywhere, so I just picked one up. And it's not that bad. It's kind of like a very light toner lotion. So I'll just show you. It has like that milky texture to it. So it's quite nice. I like anything fermented, so like this is fermented, this is fermented. Yeah. And then I have this toner. This is called Pure White from Big Green. I got this from the K-Beauty Expo, and they're supposed to be like an eco-friendly skincare company, so it doesn't have any like bad things in there, or like they're all like EWG, like zeros, like level or whatever. So I don't know it. I feel like I haven't used it enough for me to like say that I do like it or not, but I do have it and I've been using some of it. You can see that, you know, I have a lot left here. But yeah, it's just like one of the toners that I have and I've been using. And then the last one is the Laneige Cream Skin. This is like the deluxe sample size. I really, really like this. Like my skin is so dry, but this one like definitely moisturized my skin. I actually put it on before I started filming, and it just gives me that extra like moisturization without making it feel so heavy or that I have to put like extra cream on. So this is really, really nice. It contains white leaf tea water, and they also have like a mist version of it, but I think it's the same formula, but they just put it in a mist bottle. So I'm not sure if they made it a lighter formula, but I do like the toner itself, or the skin itself. So, and you can kind of put this on in the beginning and also at the end of your skincare routine. So you can kind of play along with how your skin is feeling. So yeah, so that is all of my toners, mists, and toner pads. I do have a lot, and I do like to use a lot of these, and I feel like I use toners like daily and without using it sparingly either. Like for serums and like ampoules, like yes, I'll kind of like measure out how much I use because they are more expensive, but with toners, because I feel like they are the cheapest in most skincare lines, I just kind of use them as much as I can, much as I want to. So that's why I have a lot, and I like to kind of switch up between like using my mists and my toner pads and just like, you know, the toners itself. So that's why I have such a big collection. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed just kind of me talking about the toners and mists that I have. You know, you should let me know below what type of toners that you like to use or what you're using right now, because I'm curious to know if you guys are using any of the ones that I'm using currently and how you like them. So yeah, that's it for today's video, and I hope that you guys have a great week. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, then please do. I try to film every week and upload every week as well. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!